What's up? You're muted. Unmute. I can't unmute you. You got to unmute yourself. There you go.
What about now?
There you go.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, did you mute me? Because we talked about it right before the show. What's up, Marginal Enthusiast? How you doing? I was about to say that
Marginal.
It's a crapshoot for me, and it freaks me out sometimes. So when I actually wire into my router, the connector that I have to the computer, if I just hit it the wrong way, or if I pull on it a little bit, then it disconnects me, and then I lag out. So I have it set up. I have Jimmy rigged it.
Why don't you just buy it? Why don't you just buy a new Ethernet cable? What are they, like $3?
No, it's not the Ethernet cable. It's the actual connecting part. But man, what a day. We got the first crypto executive orders, the big ones.
Yep.
There's been speculation now because he said crypto stockpile for the U.S. government in the executive order, which is massive, but it didn't say Bitcoin. So the Bitcoin maxis are rolling around in their graves, and they're concerned. I don't know what they're going to do when Doge is in the national stockpile before Bitcoin is.
Well, I don't think it'll be before Bitcoin, but even if it's in the same category, they're going to freak out. Market did not take it well. I don't understand it. There's a lot of good news. They rescinded the SAB, whatever 121 bill or whatever it is, for banks to be able to custody client crypto. Senator Loomis is now the head of the banking subcommittee and digital assets, something like that. Trump signs the executive order, and the market's like, meh.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. All of the most bullish things that have happened in any cycle ever are going on right now, and it's like the market doesn't like it.
Yeah. I mean, we're down again. We're down another 1.6. Swee's at like $4.17. Probably going to freaking at least 407, if not 380. It's crazy.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing, I don't know if you saw the tweet earlier, but I've been paying more attention to Elon Musk's tweets about Sam Altman, and Sam Altman's subtweeting of Elon Musk without tagging him. He said, tweet another mean tweet. I'm sure that'll make you feel happy with yourself. And all kinds of stuff. So I'm kind of wondering if this is going to be the timeline when Elon Musk actually takes that Coliseum fight with Sam Altman. You know how awesome that would be? Pay-per-view? Dude, how much would you pay to see that? You know?
I don't know. Live from like the actual Coliseum?
Oh, I mean, that would be a whole nother experience. That would be crazy. But
I would probably pay to see the fight, though. I would pay to see Elon Musk and Sam Altman fight for sure.
Yeah, like $100 per pay-per-view, and then we stream it to the bosses in the Discord.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right?
That'd be amazing.
I'd pay even more if they fought in the actual Coliseum.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
that'd be
gladiator
crazy.
style.
Yeah, and then we'll have karate combat bets on who's going to win.
There you go.
That'd be so fun. Dana White, if you're listening, Joe Rogan, come on, let's get this together. V-Chain, come on, guys, you want to sponsor this event? It'd be great.
Hell yeah, let's make this happen.
Let's make it happen. But beyond that, I mean, everything has been pretty I feel like lackluster, right? We've been waiting for these crypto executive orders to come through. I saw an article about Kraken sent like $111,000 in Bitcoin to Ross Ulbricht. And
Kraken's also supposed to be listing Snack.
yes, and I saw that, and that looks awesome. Did you see Nav from Igon's response to that?
Something about win other CNTs or something like that, and then they asked which ones. I don't think I've seen the response though.
Okay, so he pretty much said that like it's about time that Snek got listed because Snek has the volume, and he said Igon, when it has the volume, will get listed as well. So that was kind of where he left it at. He didn't say anything about other CNTs and stuff like that, but I think it's exciting. I think it's an exciting time, and and I know we have this love-hate relationship with Bitcoin OS, but they announced Ripple as also partner that they'll be.
Well, of course they did. Of course they did.
Well, I asked them in the interview, so everybody, if you watch the interview. Yes, what's up? Glad that you're here. Glad that you're back. We love to see you. Thank you for joining us. But I was going to say that something that was funny to me is that in the interview with Bitcoin OS, he actually said that XRP is a dyno chain and that it's actually harder to integrate with XRP. And then I said, well, like, what about Doge? Because Doge is similar to Bitcoin. And he said, the problem with Doge is a fork of an even older version of Bitcoin. So it doesn't have any of the updates. Yeah. It's even harder to integrate.
That's before, I mean, what Doge is like the second oldest coin, right? Or is it Litecoin?
I think either way,
you're right. It doesn't have any of the upgrade. It doesn't have Segwit or Taproot or any of those kind of upgrades.
Yeah. See, and I was like under the impression, I was like, well, obviously Dogecoin has to be there too, because a lot of people are excited about building on Dogecoin, and people do it. And I never understood that, right? But now that they said that, I was like, man, Doge is a dyno chain, XRP is a dyno chain. Cardano is the only one with the extended UTXO model. Right. So it's kind of interesting. Interesting to see.
JPY news soon. Is he talking about Japan? Are you talking about Japan?
Okay.
Because there is some major news coming out of Japan. It was like their inflation is way higher than expected. Let me see if I can find the data. Let me bring up Forex Factory.
Oh, that's funny. You already had a resource. I was just right now looking it up as well.
BOJ policy rate and Bank of Japan policy rate. Yeah, I seen a post earlier. Let me see here. Thursday, JPY National Core. Actual, so that's not right. So the policy up, it says tentative, so it hasn't launched yet. Here, I'll share my screen.
I see, I've got this one. I have Nomura-backed Kominu, a company, raises $75 million in Bitcoin to fuel global expansion. So they've secured $75 million in Bitcoin funding from Blockstream to expand globally, integrate advanced crypto tech, and establish a Bitcoin treasury for risk management. And this is, I believe, Japan. So that's kind of interesting. So they're actually talking about, I mean, we've been talking about this Bitcoin treasuries and stuff like that. That's what this looks like.
So this isn't what I seen earlier. So the national core, it says forecast at 3 and it came in at 3. But the post I seen earlier was that it came in at like 3.6. And then we got the BOG policy rate, a forecast of 0.5, and the previous was 0.25. But I mean, if it hits the forecast or less than the forecast, it should be good, right?
And that's what he was saying. Bank of Japan policy rate. He said 50
Yeah.
minutes.
Here, let me
Last
see here.
time we 50% on most coins. That's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Here we go. Japan inflation is worse than we originally thought, coming in at 3.6% after an estimated projected 3.2. So that's the inflation rate.
Shout out to
Why is
Jaleel.
that not showing in my Forex factory though?
What's up, hybrid family?
Flash,
Smash
man.
that like button.
I don't understand why it's not showing up here. It's just got core. So I don't know where he's getting his, where Tim is getting his data from. But he's saying coming in at, this is an hour ago, coming in at 3.6 after estimates of 3.2. So that's not good. Japan's the, I believe Japan's the third largest economy in the world. So it will have echoes throughout the entire market. And that could be why we're seeing SWE at 418. Bitcoin's holding. I mean, we held the 101. We held 101 last night. We were talking about it had to hold. It did hold. And then we got that massive spike today, but we'll see. He said 50 minutes. Yeah, this is 10.
Yeah. I was gonna say I saw this one too. This one says crypto bulls brace for Bank of Japan's rate hike that could derail momentum. First of all, I love the architecture here. It looks so clean, very square. But it says
one
most
coming out is rate cuts, and the stock market loves to borrow from them because their interest rates are zero. Yeah, Japan has had they've had quantitative easing for like the past decade, and now it's coming to bite them in the ass. It's coming back to bite them in the ass. So we'll find out. It ain't gonna be good. Maybe that's why the markets have been like they have the last all week. I don't really pay attention to Japan, but I guess I should. I mean, it's got the red folder.
It says most investors have their eyes set on President Trump's inauguration, January 20th, which would be a potential key catalyst for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency prices. However, a few days later, there's a potential rate hike on the cards from the Bank of Japan, according to Bloomberg chart shared by analyst Michael Kramer on X. Oh, we love Michael Kramer. The market is currently factoring in a 90% of a rate hike on January 24th. So that's literally tomorrow.
Well, it's today for them.
Yeah, today for them. And it says previously the Bank of Japan rate hike caused havoc on both the traditional and digital assets markets. This was a key catalyst for the yen carry trade unwind at the start of August, which sent Bitcoin tumbling to 49,000. Traders are likely bracing for another sell-off this time around. It says since 2016, the Bank of Japan has maintained negative interest rates. However, in 2024, they increased interest rates twice, from 0.1% to 0.25%, or if I were classy, basis points. Implied rates going into the meeting is 0.45 basis points, or 45 basis points. However, this could drastically change as Japan has an inflation report just the day before on January 23rd. Headline inflation year over year is 2.9%, the highest since August. A hotter than expected inflation print could create fears within the market, and another iteration of the yen carry trade unwind could be on course. Sheesh.
Wow. So yeah, looking at this, they're going to have a press. So all of this must be coming out at the same time because it all says tentative. So you got the policy rate, monetary policy statement, BOJ outlook, and the press conference. And that goes into 24. So damn, plus you got You got Britain's flash service PMI, manufacturing PMI. This could be why the markets have been like they have lately. All week waiting for this. I didn't pay attention to. I think the reason BTC hasn't gone on a big rip is we have already baked it into the current price. I mean, that's possible. But what I don't understand is it spikes. It spiked to over 106 today, dropped back down to 101 or so, and then back up to 103. I personally think it's sketch and it will pump, but some getting shot by a gun.
Versus knowing it's coming is different. It's no different.
Right. That's true. That is true for sure.
I liked that. But let's get into market update, and let's check out the DXY too, because I'm getting a bunch of articles about the DXY. What's up, Crypto King? Shout out to Crypto King.
What's going on? All right, let's get it. Before we do that, let's reset the room. Everybody, do us a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and notification bell if you are on YouTube. If you are on X, do us a favor. Tag some DGens. Give us a repost. We go live Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. PST, bringing you daily updates and market insight. Let's get it.
Yes, let's get it.
All right. Let's get some fresh data on here for everybody. Come on. And boom, down another 1.5% today, coming in at $3.7 trillion. We had 248 billion in volume. Bitcoin dominance looks like it's up one more tick to 55.3. Ethereum down to 10.7, and 5 Gwei will get you an ETH transaction. We got Bitcoin coming in at 103,419, up 1.4%. Ethereum at 33.10, up 3.3%. XRP at 308, down 1.3. Solana at 249, up 0.4. BNB at 684, up down 0.5. Dogecoin at 34.75, down 1.5. Cardano is up at 97.12, up 1%. And our precious SWI is way down here at 17, coming in at 419, down another 3% today. My bags are getting ruined.
It's like as fast as it went into the top 14.
It's now going back the other way for sure. For sure. Yeah. But, that's going to give us a good DCA opportunity tomorrow night when we throw that other 100 in. So let's go to the 24-hour. Let's see the biggest gainers. Mantle up 11.1%. Tokenized exchange up 9.1%. KuCoin shares up 5.7%. Ethereum Classic up 5%. Nexo up 4.7%. Ondo up 4.2%. Radium up 4.4%. So, we do have some winners, Radium, Jupiter. So we got DEX exchanges on Solana that are making some moves. You really don't see Ethereum in the top gainers very often, but it's up 2.9%. That just goes to show you that we don't have very many gainers. Nexo, that's an old coin. Biggest losers, Trump again, winning again as a biggest loser, down 14.2%. Fart coin in there again at 10.9%. XDC down 9.4%. Pudgy Penguins down 6.2%. Movement down 5.5%. Damn, I should have sold that airdrop I got yesterday. It's down 6.2%. Movement down 5.5%. BitTensor down 5.8%. And then we just keep going with a nice little sea of red. So let's look at the markets real quick. There's not much to look at. I haven't even really looked at the markets today. My whole week has been like just crazy. Um, so we were looking at this yesterday. We were holding the 101 right here, this SR level. We said that we need to maintain this, and we actually did. We had a nice green candle early this morning. It was like a 3.2% candle with a high of 105.99. And then the next candle went up to 106.838. Then we had an indecision doji, and now we are red again. We have the red dot on the momentum wave for the 4 hour. View up coming down, money flow rolling over. I just don't think that I don't even know what to say. We're going down. We're still going down. We're going sideways. I do not see anything. There's nothing showing me that we're getting ready to pump. Nothing. I mean, when we come down, I mean, we're still fighting the 200. We were fighting it all last night. You know, we lost it about the time we were live last night, right? So we finally lost it. Boom. Early this morning, we got back above it. We thought we were back in the clear. I even posted some charts, you know. All right, if we can stay above 105, print a 4 hour candle, we're good to go. 15 minutes later, it was a massive red candle all the way back down. And I was like, well, that was short-lived. But we are fighting, and we do need to maintain this. If we don't maintain this, 101 offers us a little bit of support, but we'll probably just go all the way down to 98, is my opinion. We'll come down to this valley. I mean, we could get a stop at this high volume node at about 99,608, but I think we're going to come all the way down to 98. If we can't maintain this or get some bullish, maybe there'll be a miracle. Maybe the JPY or the BOJ report will come out good. I don't know.
Are you still in your Bitcoin short?
No. I never ended up opening it because when we got off the live last night, so we were down here.
Moment.
And then when we it started to get back above it. I was like, and then it started to come back down, and I was like, I'm not. It's too volatile. I'm not just gonna pay stop loss fees constantly. You know what I mean? Just not gonna happen. Yeah. And we come down here and we look at like SWE. This is where it's not looking good for like altcoins. Okay. So, I mean, we've lost the 1 hour. We lost the 1 hour on Tuesday. Actually, we lost it way back here on Monday. Or I guess we could even go back to here. On Sunday, we lost it. Couldn't stay above it. And now we're just bleeding, right? We've lost this next SR level at 422. I see it's coming down to at least 407. Possibly all the way down here to 381 down here, this next SR level. And the reason I say that, because not only have we lost the 1 hour, we've lost every time frame all the way to the 4. The 4, you guys know how I feel about the 4 hour, about losing the 4 hour 200 on any coin. But on top of that, we've also lost the 8 hour. If we can't get back above the 8 hour right here, we could possibly go all the way down. I don't think this will happen, but you got to keep an open mind. We could come, if we lose the 8 hour, which is right here, it's about 427. So we're already under it, and we're under this SR level. If we can't close this 8 hour above this, we print a nice fat candle down here. We could possibly come all the way down here to 250 to the next 200 MA average on the daily. So it was quite possible. You just got to take it as it goes. Cardano, so Cardano's been holding all right, but we are in bearish territory because, once again, same with SWE. We're below the 1 hour. We're below the 2 hour. We're below the 3 hour. We're fighting with the 4 hour. If we lose the 4 hour, just like I said on SWE, if we lose the 8 hour, we go to the daily, quite possibly. Probably have a stop at the 12 hour. If the 12 hour holds, it can go back up. But we lose the 4 hour right here, which we've been fighting pretty much all day since early this morning. Actually, since last night. Look, we were riding it. We went below it, big pump above it, back to 99, pump below it, pump above it. Now we're back below it. So if we can't keep this 200 MA right here, we're definitely, we're already under the 8 hour. I wonder if we're under the daily. Okay, we are still above the daily. So we're under the 8 hour, which is bearish for Cardano. And if we can't hold the 4 hour, we're going to just keep going down. We're going to see 90 cents. If that don't hold, you see we got support here, bunch of resistance going along here, boom, boom, boom. If 90 don't hold, we go to 84, and then we just start looking for other targets much lower than that. I don't think it's going to go that long. I mean, granted, we have bearish news coming out. January in general is a bullish month. It was a bullish month last year. It was a bullish month in 2021. In general, it's bullish the end of January. And we could see it. It might not happen until next Monday or over the weekend. You know what I mean? We've seen even with the FOMC, when they raised rates, the price dumped, but then recovered. We're going to see volatility either way. And in the long run, though, zoom out, take hybrids advice right here. DCA, buy the dip.
100%.
I mean, the bull run's not over. Just because we're in a micro trend of the upwards macro trend. So still looking good. Let's see if nothing's came out yet. Let me get a refresh. Well, he said 50 minutes, huh? We won't even be live when it comes out. So
what I will say is, maybe this is the catalyst that pushes Bitcoin to 80K.
I think it's possible.
At least down to the 80s.
I still don't see it that low, though. I don't see it that low.
You said 87 was where you see the like if it were to go low.
No, on Bitcoin, no, it was actually lower than 80. So it like 92 right here.
Yeah.
There's like nothing that if we go to 80, we're not stopping at 80 is my point.
Okay.
Because there's nothing to stop us. And look at that. That's a huge volume gap right there. Massive. This is.
You don't think Trump, the ruthlessly smart businessman, would give us a reason to dump all of our bags so that the Bitcoin reserve could buy the bottom?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think we're overthinking his competence in
he's
crypto.
Like, hey, I am thinking about making Bitcoin illegal, and then market dumps. And then he's like, actually, we put it in the Bitcoin reserve. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Now I'll say Trump is probably one of the best presidents in my lifetime, or the lifetime of presidents that I can remember. We're going all the way back to Clinton, but he's not that smart, bro. Not that smart.
You don't think somebody else would say it to him? You don't think his son Eric would be like, "Hey, Dad, look, do this. I'm trying to buy
Maybe,
it."
but I think he's got bigger fish to fry. He's already done so much. He's done more in the first 3 days to right this country back to the right side than Biden destroyed in 4 years. So I don't know. But the point is there is a massive volume gap right here. I mean, we do have some resistance here at 86, but I think if we lose 92, our saving grace is probably this little bit of action right here. This little tiny node right here at like 88. And then we're coming down to 76 right at the 200 because there's nothing here at 80. I don't know. I guess you got these two little nubs right here, but
yeah, I don't think it was an exact number. It was just like that's the direction we're going.
No. But I've seen this from multiple people, and what I think it is I think that people are trying to get this right here. Boom. That's the CME gap. The CME gap is between 81 and 77. I think we filled part of it. I don't know if that's the true numbers. That's just, whoops. When I bring up the CME gap finder, that's what pops up. But I think the actual CME gap is like right around 79, 80. I can't remember the actual ticker for it, or I'd bring up the CME chart. So I think that's where people are getting that 80,000 number for, because whatever 90% or 99% of all CME gaps get filled. There's only like a handful. I mean, we got one at like 10 grand. There's one at like 5 grand. You know what I mean? I think it'll get filled on the way back down on the, on the retracement, but I don't think we're going to come down this low. But that's just my feeling, and what I feel and what I think don't mean shit. It's really what the charts say, So
whatever Miss B wants to do, she'll do.
Right. So he has no clue. Someone else in the pilot seat. Yeah, for sure. Yes. We talked about that last night, hybrid family, for sure.
100%.
Get more yep. Use it to buy Angel and Talos. We actually just sold a little bit of Talos, but it's a moon bag, and we were up, and we divested it into the Palm Economy sale.
Yeah,
speaking of that just so
the first thing I was going to talk about.
Yeah, go ahead. No. That's really all I have. Just watch the market. I wouldn't even be trading right now, personally. I mean, I'm stuck in a couple trades, but I'm not opening anything new. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like catching a falling knife on a couple of trades. I'm not worried about getting liquidated or anything, but I just hate sitting in a trade for days and days and days. That's just not my style.
So Palm Economy put this tweet out today or yesterday. I can't remember the exact time.
I heard about it this morning when I was listening to the whatchamacallit.
So he says, welcoming U.S. community members to the Palm public sale. So they're actually doing a sale that U.S. members can KYC and then purchase in the public sale right now. And they have bonuses for people that purchase earlier in the sale. We just missed the first bonus, and we're
actually no. Even though I sent you that DM, right after I sent you that DM, I seen a post that said U.S. citizens will still get the 12.5% for the next 100,000, around 100,000 ish. So they must have some kind of data set they're working off of.
Yeah, 100%. But he says, thank you for standing by us while we navigate this path. We're thrilled to welcome U.S.-based community members. Let's actually hear what he...
We are so excited to welcome... Hey, everybody. This is Dan, coming to you all live from Japan. You know that big announcement we've been teasing the past couple of days? Well, the clue to what it is right behind me. Can you see it? Yeah, there it is. That's right. That's the American flag behind me. And I am thrilled to announce that KYC onboarding is now available for U.S. residents to join the Palm public sale. Since the change in administration, regulatory clarity around crypto in the U.S. has been a key focus, and we work tirelessly with our legal team to make sure that we are in full compliance. It wasn't easy, but your patience and continuing support had made it all worthwhile for us. We are so excited to welcome our US-based community members that we're offering a 12.5% bonus in Palm for the first $250,000 raised from our US-based community members that have been KYC. So don't wait and get started with your KYC today. Follow the link below for more details.
Yeah,
Nice.
so we did this today. I thought that was great. Oh my goodness, the account that I'm on is funny right now. But anyways, I guess yeah, I didn't repost or anything, luckily. But yes, we love it. We're excited about that.
Yeah. Was it? And the KYC is quick, guys. It's real quick. It's, you know,
very quick. That wasn't my problem.
Right. We had some other issues, but that wasn't the issue.
Yeah. Also, I really am unhappy about what's going on with Lace Wallet. I don't like Lace Wallet. I liked Nami Wallet. I hate that they make you update. I updated on accident on my computer. I thought it would be simple. It wouldn't change anything, but I don't like it. I miss Nami. I'm going to have to switch to another wallet in protest fully. 100%.
See, that's why I don't like change, bro. I like normal. Just stay the same. Change should come in small increments, not bam, rip off the Band-Aid and everything's different. I don't like that.
Or it should just be better. You know what I mean? Like it should just be so much better that I'm just like, oh, this is a great change. Why didn't I do it earlier? But that was not my experience.
No, very few things are like that. Yeah, we love Vesper too, but Vesper doesn't have a desktop. Doesn't have a desktop application. It doesn't have an extension. So, and some of the things we do, we need to be on the desktop. That's the problem.
So I wanted to show this. I might have talked about this actually before, but Coinbase CEO, future stablecoin regulations likely to demand full U.S. Treasury backing. So this is kind of bullish because this is going to force, let's see, Brian Armstrong said his cryptocurrency exchange would delist UST if Tether cannot comply with any new U.S. legislation. And the reason for this is, like he says, that they are going to be forced to have fully backed, dollar backed for all of the stablecoin. So in an interview with Wall Street Journal and the Economic Forum at Davos, Switzerland, Armstrong said he expects stablecoin laws, stablecoin operators in the U.S. to fully back their tokens with U.S. Treasury bonds and complete periodic audits. And I think it makes sense. He singled out stablecoin issuer Tether, and this is because there's a lot of drama about what are the reserves and whether the reserves are real. Or if they printed $1 billion out of thin air. And yes, Coinbase moved to delist UST and other non-compliant stablecoins in Europe in anticipation of the markets and crypto access regulations. But what were you saying? You said, wait a minute.
Oh, no, I'm talking to Hybrid Family in the chat.
Okay. Cool. And let's see. So I thought this was kind of cool, but it says unlimited leverage and no liquidation DEX launches on Base. 2 pools are live on Infinity Pools with SUSDE and WST ETH collateral. So how does this work? To perform leverage trades, an Infinity Pool trader takes out loans in the form of UNIV3 style concentrated AMM liquidity, as opposed to traditional stablecoin loans for margin trading. This is the crux of Infinity Pool's unique liquidation mechanism. Traders have the guaranteed option to sell their borrowed collateral back to the pool at a fixed price, regardless of how much market price fall, like a put option, thereby capping their losses at their initial deposit. For example, a trader wants to take advantage of leverage on ETH, so they borrow liquidity designed to protect against a 10% price drop. If ETH falls below 10% threshold, they can simply return the borrowed ETH and settle the loan, which is kind of crazy. And traders can't lose more than their deposits. Infinity Pools has currently 2 live pools, SUSDE and USDC, and SUSDE and WST ETH, with about 2 million in TVL on each pool. The first pool is offering ENA rewards, with the latter is offering LIDA rewards. But I thought this was cool. This is on base. So we'll have to look into it, check it out, see how we feel about it. But that's cool. Unlimited leverage, no liquidations, and a DEX on base.
I didn't quite catch the whole thing.
Yep.
But what do you mean unlimited leverage?
So you're basically purchasing LP, right? So you buy this LP, and then you make your decision. Like you make your trade, right? You can make a put on something. And if the put goes like way out of range where you would normally be liquidated, in this case, you can actually just sell that LP back to the pool for whatever that designed price is. So you can only lose what you put in. You can't like owe. Right?
Well, okay. But and that's
on base.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
So that's kind of
I don't understand. I wasn't really paying attention. I was in the chat. My bad. But I mean, if I put it in an isolated order, I can't lose anything more than I put into it either. You know what I mean? Only on cross margin can you do that. Yeah. So marginal and hybrid family both say that Vesper has a Chrome extension. And then marginal had a question. Can we go back to Palm for a second? Are they doing profit share, or is it simply a hold and hope the price goes up?
So I have an answer to that one.
Okay.
So I believe that it is both a hold and hope that price goes up, while at the same time, you can use the Palm token in order to buy into their offerings. And their offerings are like early stage investments, where they're crowdsourcing money for certain things, but they have a predetermined return. And so you can use them for those as well on their platform.
To the next question he asks, hey, what's up, Jay Coco? What's going on? What's up, Fozzie? But to his next question, so he says, I got turned off when they did their initial sale and didn't include the U.S. So there's legal reasons for that. You can't sell a coin in the U.S. until recently, obviously. Obviously, they said once Trump came in, they checked with their lawyers, and their lawyers were like, go for it. You know? But if you'd have had an RNS.ID, because that's when I bought in. I bought in whenever it was. It seems like forever ago. I was even telling John right now, I was like, I'm actually down right now because I bought in at a specific dollar value when ADA was at like 40 cents or something like that. And I used ADA. Well, now ADA's $1. So I'm actually underwater. So you actually, unless it just shoots to the moon, but in my opinion, you missed a bullet by not buying in Q3. Unless you used USDC or something like that. But you could have put your money in ADA. John knows I've been waiting forever for this damn token. You know, I've had this little NFT in my wallet for 6 months or however long it's been. But yeah, that's the reason. The other part of that was if you get an RNS.ID, we have a referral link in the description. You could have KYC'd because that's how I KYC'd. That's how I use MEXC. That's how I use KuCoin, BitGet, Bybit, pretty much anything. The only one I haven't been able to use, I haven't been able to KYC is FEMEX. And that's because they asked for a phone number and I didn't want to put my state phone number in there. But I'm sure I could have got around that too. So either way, there you go.
100%. And yeah. The Palau ID is a good idea. Vesper desktop is nice. I knew that they were going to do that eventually. I just didn't know that it already happened.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look in the Chrome store and look for that. Check it out.
All right, and did I already talk about the Meta ex CEO getting sanctioned?
Nope.
Okay.
I like the sound of what you're saying.
All right, so Meta's ex COO Sandberg sanctioned an investor lawsuit for deleting emails. So Meta Platforms' former chief operating officer Sheryl Sandberg was sanctioned by a judge on Tuesday for deleting emails related to litigation over Facebook's Cambridge Analytica privacy scandal. Despite being told to preserve messages, the judge, Vice Chancellor Travis Laster of Delaware Chancery Court, said evidence showed Sandberg used a personal account under a pseudonym and erased messages that were likely relevant to the shareholders' lawsuit. The sanction will make it harder for Sandberg to tell her side of the story and avoid liability at an 8-day non-jury trial scheduled for April. The judge has ordered her to pay the expenses related to the sanctions motion incurred by the shareholders, which include California's huge teacher retirement system known as CalSTRS. Sure. Because Sandberg selectively deleted items from her Gmail account, it is likely that the most sensitive and probative exchanges are gone, Lester wrote in his opinion published on Tuesday. Meta and an attorney for Sandberg did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Sandberg had argued she was forthcoming about her personal account and rarely used it for business, and when she did, others were copied onto the message so that the information was preserved. Sure it was. Laster imposed a high standard of clear and convincing evidence rather than preponderance of evidence for Sandberg's affirmative defenses, which are her arguments and evidence for why she should not be held liable. The case was brought in 2018 when it emerged that Facebook allowed data for millions of users to be accessed by Cambridge Analytica, a political consulting firm that worked for Donald Trump's successful campaign for U.S. president in 2016. Shareholders sued the company's directors and officers for allegedly harming investors by continually violating the 2012 consent order with the Federal Trade Commission to protect users' data. Okay, so I will say that despite the fact that I don't necessarily personally have any problem with, like, I don't know. I think that the issue is that, yeah, the people and the investors didn't want their information to be used for other people to, like, make decisions for them. And, yeah. I mean, it was used for, like, political strategy without the consent. So, I mean, I see that as a big problem, but also it's like, I don't know.
I think
I don't necessarily.
I think whatever she has to pay,
yeah,
because she deleted those emails, it's probably going to be a lot less than if they found what was in those emails.
True, 100%.
So yeah. I don't think she's too worried about it.
100%. She's like, damn, just that? Okay.
Right?
All right, so then I have Trump executive order paves way for federal crypto reserve, but doesn't mention Bitcoin, right? Donald Trump signed his first executive order on crypto, establishing a working group and prohibiting CBDCs without mentioning Bitcoin. Bullish President Trump.
Did you see it? So he freaking, they're like, all right, Mr. President, this is for, crypto capital of the world, whatever. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, oh, like they're gonna like this. Oh man, they're gonna make a lot of money.
I'm sure that was what he was like. I mean, that's just how he is, to be honest.
Right.
But 100%. So the presidential working group will advise Trump on matters related to crypto policy and inform his decision making with regards to the industry. Trump previously announced that the group will be led by Silicon Valley venture capitalist David Sachs, the White House first ever AI and crypto czar. Its day-to-day operations will be managed by Bo Hines, a one-time Republican congressional nominee and former college basketball player. The group will also include Secretary of Treasury, the SEC, and CFTC heads, and other departments and agency leaders. So this is bullish. We're excited about this. We love it, right? We love it. And that's what I got there. Let's see. And then U.S. Senate creates first ever digital asset subcommittee. Senator Cynthia Lummis, who is pushing for a national strategic Bitcoin reserve, will lead the new subcommittee. So we love that. That's bullish. I mean, I think that we all know this. Bitcoin strategic reserve is happening, and I think it's happening this cycle. I think there's too many pressures about it. And then we love this one. Ivanka Trump slams unauthorized meme coin as Donald Solana token slumps. Donald Trump token is down on Thursday as daughter Ivanka takes aim at an unofficial Solana meme coin named after her. Can you believe it? Anyways, nobody actually cares here. She says
nobody cares.
It's deceiving consumers.
Go cope harder in your freaking mansion with your billionaire husband.
Yeah, go cry in your freaking home and eat your. You know what I mean? Like, go cry in your Bugatti. Like, damn, we don't care. A
lot of scuttlebutt around like his last term about a lot of issues, internal infighting and stuff like that surrounds her specifically. So saith the rumor mill, you know?
Yes, absolutely. And this one we thought was hilarious, but Ethereum's second foundation was a ruse. Then Etherealize launched. An Ethereum Foundation-backed group focused on institutional adoption wants to be the resource for TradFi. So rumors of a second foundation, a more commercially oriented alternative to the Ethereum Foundation, turned out to be a ruse, sort of. And then Lido and P2P.org founder Konstantin Lamashuk teased the idea on X Wednesday, but quickly walked it back. And the reason that he teased this is because Vitalik just said, I am the ruler of Ethereum Foundation, and I will not hire anyone to the board unless I pick them myself. I don't want any decision processes. So this guy said, ha, ha, ha. If a second foundation ever does form, it must have a clear purpose that complements the enormous work of current contributors, he wrote. And then, oh gosh, he says, I appreciate everyone's support and believe we need more organizations contributing to Ethereum. So he joked and walked this back, and then he ended up actually making it. So there is a second foundation. It is this Etherealize. And as if on cue, an hour later, a new group funded by Ethereum Foundation, going by the name Etherealized, emerged from stealth. And I believe that this is a response to Vitalik saying that he wasn't adding anybody to the board. And so they said, right, okay, then you can sit at your boardroom by yourself and we'll sit at ours.
But it's only as good as people allow it to be, because they gotta get funding. People gotta believe in it. Because I could say, all right, JPEG Empire is the new Ethereum Foundation, but it don't mean anything unless people actually believe in us and give us money, and we have a treasury and we have this and that. So we'll see how it works.
I would be willing to bet that all the people that would come together for this are ones that have fat Ethereum bags.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know what I mean? They don't have Vitalik bags. Like, they're not as hung as Vitalik, but you know what I mean? These people aren't small. I'm willing to bet.
Was he a previous board member?
Let's see. Not a previous board member, but founder of Lido Finance.
Oh, he's the founder of Lido. Okay.
Yeah. And there was another company that he was a part of. But so I'm sure that he's not poor. I'm sure he's
Right.
not.
No.
And
Yeah, I highly doubt that.
let me see. I think a lot of these actually overlapped because there were rumors about Ross Ulbricht having 47 million in Bitcoin in wallets, but they were dust wallets, and he probably doesn't have access to them. He hasn't accessed them in 13 years, but maybe he does.
Well, he's been in prison for 10.
Well,
So
they haven't moved in 13 years.
right, and he did think he was going to get a double life plus 40 years. But I mean, it's really a moot point at this time because even if he doesn't have that, Kraken just gave him a Bitcoin, or 111,000 worth of Bitcoin. He's not hurting, you know what I mean? For sure, he's not hurting, So,
And then
not to mention his family has probably been buying Bitcoin since he came out, or since he got locked up. I didn't know he had a wife. I knew he had like a fiance before going to prison. So maybe they got married once he went to prison. But why would you? I don't know. I've seen some weird crap from behind the wire. So I've seen some women like dudes in prison.
Yes.
They because they can't tell them what to do on the street, but then they get to take care of them, so they fulfill like their. It's weird, bro. I've seen a lot of weird stuff.
Totally good. Love it. But right here, the CME website hints at XRP and Sol futures debut in February. So we're excited about this one. According to CME, 29.4 million crypto futures contracts were traded in 2024, valued at over 1.7 trillion. And the CME website hinted the introduction of Sol and XRP futures contracts that could debut as early as February 10th, pending regulatory review. So this is massive, right? This is massive. It says standard XRP future contract will feature a lot sizes of 50,000 XRP, with micro futures contracts featuring 2,500 XRP. All contracts for XRP and sold will be settled in US dollars. Yep. Anyways, bullish.
I would imagine. I mean, people are talking about all these other ETFs. I would imagine that they'll be the XRP will probably be the next one, and then Solana.
Yeah, and then one of these articles is Larry Fink talking about $700,000 Bitcoin.
Woo woo.
Woo woo. And this is not related to crypto, but I thought it was cool. Paralyzed man controls virtual drone with his mind. A recent study shows how a brain implant can decode 4-dimensional movements from simple finger thoughts. So a 69-year-old man with paralysis, we love that age, it's a good age, and a brain implant was able to fly a virtual drone through complex obstacle courses simply by thinking about moving his fingers. Thanks to an experimental device developed by researchers from Stanford University, the participant who has... Sorry, I am so sidetracked right now because it says 4-dimensional movements. And I thought we lived in 3-dimensional space.
4-dimensional is up, down, left, right, forward, backwards, right?
Huh. Perhaps.
I don't know.
Because, my understanding is that, the 3 dimensions is, literally, space-time, and, depth. There's, we're moving forward through time. We can move forward, backward. I don't know. I thought it was a whole thing, but who do I know? What do I know? But for the experiment, researchers developed a system that can decode 4 distinct controls, dimensions from brain signals. This level of control matches what able-bodied gamers achieve with physical controls, the researchers said. Just as able-bodied users of digital systems use their fingers to manipulate keyboards and game controls, this system allows an intuitive framework for brain-controlled digital interface, proving...
So,
providing
four-dimensional space is the mathematical extension of the concept of three-dimensional space, and three-dimensional space is the simplest possible abstraction of the observation that one needs only three numbers called dimensions. And so it's like, so length, width, and depth, so up, down, left, right, forward, backwards, three-dimensional. And then I guess the fourth dimension is a spatial dimension.
Is that because we're observing it? Like, so like this person as the observer of the movements, it makes it four-dimensional? I don't know.
Maybe. In mathematics, it is often studied at the context of the Euclidean space where distances and angles are measured in a constant manner. In physics, the fourth dimension is frequently considered to be time, forming the concept of space-time as described in Einstein's theory of relativity. The space-time is not a Euclidean, but follows the Minkowski structure, which includes three spatial dimensions and one temporal dimension.
So we're going to check.
Oh yeah. Well, and look, I could have just went and looked at what Digital Pencil said. Fourth dimension is time. So there you go.
Geez, Steven, what a nerd.
Shout out to Steven though. That's the artist of the bosses. He made our logos and everything. Shout out to him. If you guys need artwork, or I think he offers a full suite of like video editing, art, all kinds of stuff. He's in our Discord.
Branding.
Tag him in the Discord. If you guys need any kind of digital media, let him know. I'm sure he will. He'll make some arrangements to talk to you and see what he can do.
Yeah, look at this. That's crazy.
Yeah, Interstellar was a trip. So what is that? That's the
paralyzed person moving this drone with the thoughts of finger movements.
Oh, that's what we talked about last night.
So crazy. Yeah, I just think it's so crazy. I mean, like, that's cool. You know? Love it. But I love this stuff. I'm super excited about what AI and all this stuff is going to do for us. Yeah, some people are skeptical, but I definitely think it's a good move. I think it's a good move. Thumb movements control forward, backwards, and left, right motions. Index, middle finger movements control altitude. Ring finger movements handle rotation. So crazy, but I love this. Second participant. So this is Neuralink, it looks like. Oh, it says Elon Musk brain-computer interface company has made headlines with its first two patients. Its second participant, known as Alex, broke records for brain-computer interface cursor control and managed to play the video game Counter-Strike and use 3D design software just 1 month after receiving the implant. So crazy. Elon Musk expects to make brain-computer interface devices massive. If all goes well, there will be hundreds of people with Neuralinks within a few years, maybe tens of thousands within 5 years, millions within 10 years, Musk tweeted shortly after sharing the results of Alex's performance. However, some experts believe Neuralink's approach is too invasive. I mean, obviously, it's inside of your brain, right out.
Are you gonna jack into the Matrix when it becomes available?
Dude, like, I mean, everything's fake anyways. I think we're already there. I honestly think that it's like, because I mean, like, when you think about the way your brain and everything works, it's literally just feeding off electrical impulses. So like when you see, and you're watching the Matrix and you see Neo's vision of like everything just being code and like different, like you just see the energy. I mean, like, That kind of is what it is. It's like if you were a brain in a vat, just imagining all this, would you actually like know? Like,
Imagine this. We are currently in a simulation.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's going to become a time when, especially of Neuralink and everything, where you can jack in and be like, and go through it, play a video game like in your head, or go through an experience. You would be literally able to like go in, live an entire life inside your own head, and then die. And when you wake up and come back to reality, it's only been 5 minutes.
I'm so sad that you haven't seen Rick and Morty. There's an episode where that happens.
Yeah,
Like,
but I mean that's
he
where
lives like
it could
70
conceivably go,
years.
bro.
He lives like 70 years, falls in love, and then like his wife dies, and he's like old and sad, right? And then he's
Yeah.
just by himself, and then he like dies finally and is at peace, and then like
Right.
wakes up like right there. And then the guy's like, come on, quit playing games now. Like, let's go. And he's traumatized from like having experienced a whole 70 years of life on like anyways.
Or imagine a spin-off of you seen Demolition Man, right?
I've not. I don't think.
You never seen Demolition Man?
I don't think
With
I might have. I don't think so.
bro.
I know
You don't know
Arnold
what the
Schwarzenegger. I've seen
You don't know what
pieces
the
of-
3 seashells are?
I don't. I have not watched it.
This guy don't. Come on, guys. He doesn't know what the 3 seashells are for.
Look,
That's
I'll
crazy.
go watch it right now, right? And then we'll
It's
get
with
back.
Stallone. It's with Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I've seen it. I haven't watched the whole thing. It's just I
Well,
don't
you know what the premise is then, right? Cryogenically frozen.
Yeah.
They get arrested, cryogenically frozen, wake up in the future, and during their sleep, they had stuff inputted into their brain to help them adapt to society. And then, and Sandra Bullock. But imagine a spin-off of that where you go into a stupor or a matrix for a prison sentence. You've been sentenced to 1,000 years in AI purgatory. So you go and you're stuck in AI purgatory for 1,000 years. And then upon your release, it's only been 10 minutes.
Did you watch Black Mirror?
I've never seen Black Mirror, no.
You should look at them. They're so good. I love them a lot.
I never know which, because they're all different, right? Every segment is different.
Every segment is different.
There's no backstory. There's no. It's kind of like Twilight.
Yep, Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Okay. I 100% recommend it. The only one I think is bad. The only one I think is bad is the one with Miley Cyrus. When you see the one with Miley Cyrus, skip that one. But all the other ones I think are good.
Okay, I'll check it out.
100%. But that'll be the show. Thank you all for joining us today. I don't know which interviews I'm going to get out this weekend, but I'm going to try to get some interviews out this weekend. Might even get some during the week next week. I really just want to get them all out. I am shooting to get John Allen Woods at some point. So they messaged me that they didn't forget me. I said, great, you didn't forget me. But like now 3 weeks has passed since then. So I'm going to not to forget me again. And then beyond that, I'm going to try to talk to Sabina. I don't know if you are familiar with Sabina, but she worked in the marketing side for like IOG and stuff like that before. She's worked for Meta. She's worked for a couple of these huge companies.
Is that the blonde hair chick that we met at?
Yep.
Yeah. We were at Rare Evo with her. She was in the VIP booth with us.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. And so I want her. I was going to ask her about Web3 marketing, right? Because like she's done a bunch of marketing. I think it's kind of hard, right? Like how do you get outside people interested in in Web3? You know, like, how do you market it? And so I wanted
Right.
to talk to her about that and have a good conversation, maybe about some of her past work history.
Well, I don't know.
Nothing
Is she the
too-
one that did the video that Aaron doesn't like? Because apparently they don't know
Oh,
how to market.
No. She's
Joke.
no, she's been, yeah. Well, Midnight, like, that's also another thing that I thought about is I should be actually talking to them again sometime next week. I had a meeting with them a couple of days ago and I missed that, so I'll be seeing them next week, and I'm probably going to mention that. I'm going to be like, clear direction.
Right.
We talked about the commercial. It doesn't pass the mom test. If your mom can't
Right.
watch it and be motivated, then, you know, who's your audience? So
Yeah, you don't need to sell it to the crypto community.
yeah,
You
we
need to
know.
sell it. You need to sell it to the mom, to the non-crypto user. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I almost feel like crypto companies need to stop saying anything about crypto and then just be like, innovative tech that lets you do XYZ. For more information,
Well,
come here.
They didn't say that in that video though. It was just blockchain, right? They just said blockchain, Web 2, Web 3. They didn't say nothing about. They didn't say the word crypto, which I agree with you that they'll get more people without saying that word.
Yeah. Creating fintech solutions that solve data privacy, you know what I mean? If they just fucking go through all these things like that, then I think people get excited about it. But anyways, that's what we got. Thank you all for joining us. And we're going to be opening up the mint again in February. And we're excited about that. So we're going to see what we're going to be doing. Thank you all for your support. And we'll see you tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Peace.